Greetings, my name is Kurt Gessler, and today I'll be furthering the memification of the internet by showing you how to create an animated GIF using Adobe Creative Suite 5 or 6. And let's just start right there because it is a GIF like the peanut butter, not a GIF. I will trust CompuServe and Steve Wilhite, its creator. Now there's going to be two ways I will walk you through today. The first will be using some of the existing video converters that are online. And the second will be some basic iMovie editing from basic QuickTime files. Step one, of course, is to identify a clip that you want to use. I have one kind of pre-selected, but I'm not sure exactly the piece I'm going to need. When creating an animated GIF, realize it can only be really from 1 to 3 seconds long. Popular social sites like Tumblr have pretty severe file caps on this. Tumblr, I think, allows 1.5 megabyte animated GIFs, no more, and it has to be 500p wide by 600p deep, which is a pretty small file. So you're not going to be grabbing 20 seconds of a video and turning it into a GIF. Let's watch this file here for a second, see if we can find something good.
That is unnecessary and by rule of foul. A ball is added to the end of the run.
Ooh, good hit, but a little too dirty of an image. 58. So here at 101 to 104, I think is the piece we're going to want. Watch that once more. There's 101, 102. Okay, so we're going to grab this piece here and go over to Clip Converter. Now I like Clip Converter a lot because it allows you to define a section. It doesn't rip the entire file, so it makes for a much cleaner editing process. We'll take this, convert from no. Now let's start a video. We would like this at 101. Not to the end of video, but we'll grab until 104. And there we go. Pretty good start. Prepare for the pop-up ads. Okay, let's grab this file here. Save file. We'll attempt to save the file here. There we go. Let's go fetch it. There we go. There's QuickTime MOV file right here. Let's just see the piece that we got. I think that's what we want.
Bang! Right there.
He said it all. Should make for an excellent one. Close out of this. Okay, so now we're going to take that file, now that we've grabbed the piece we want, and we're going to import this into, I'm going to use CS5. Now if you're using CS5 like I am, you're going to have to enable the 32-bit version. CS6 will work seamlessly, and you're going to import video frames to layers. And there's on the desktop. And down the Use Form Punch to Color. You get a few choices here. Now in this case we're going to select from beginning to end because we've already got kind of roughly the clip that we want to, but you see you can do a selected range here as well. Open it up. You see right away we have many layers here, but you'll see we're not seeing quite what we need to. It's because we're still on the Essentials tab. We want to toggle over to the Motion tab, and then we'll have a player right here. You see these animation frame controls. It shows you how long each frame is going to play, and shows you the entire duration of the clip over here. Let's just play on through. And there we go there. And we see it's a total of 60-some frames. First of all, I see it's giving us a black frame at the beginning. We're just going to drag this to the trash can here. Having a white frame at the end too. Don't need that. It's just going to give kind of a flash of white or flash of black. It's going to be very disrupting. See what it looks like now. Now notice, even though you have the layer controls over here, do not use them. If you try to delete layers or anything from here, it is not going to affect your GIF. Use only the animation frame player here. Bam! Down he goes. About 60 frames. Let's see, that's about what we want, really. Let me check those early frames here. We're probably going to get rid of the first frame to save a little space. But in the end, about what we want. Really, most of the game comes next. Now, if we want to crop in a little bit, as I think we can here, the crop tool will affect every frame. Make sure we like that. Looks fine. We could do some basic toning as well too, but you have to do that largely frame by frame. So I'm pretty happy with this. So let's do our export. So we're going to save for web and devices. We're going to have it pull down selected to a GIF. Now here's where most of the game comes in. This is the important one right here, your overall file size. This is 1.8 meg. Your colors should probably remain at 256. This is maximum for the file format. Bringing it down will affect your file size, but also really drastically affect your image. You see we're a little too wide here for a Tumblr, so we'll bring that in. See it has the action bar. And right now we're at 1.48, so we've already hit it. Note though, I've already brought down the dithering, which allows it to approximate color to 70% initially, and I have lossy at 20. Default here is 0. The bigger the number, the worse the image quality. With dither, excuse me, 100% is maximum quality, and I brought it down to 70% to try to get the file size in order. So we're at 1.507. Bring that back up one space. That was a critical setting. So we're 500 wide. Everything is set here. We should be good to go. So let's save. I'll call this Cutler, save it to the desktop. We'll see how successful we are here. There's our GIF. Best way to preview this is by opening it with the browser itself. A lot of preview programs will not support it. And there we go. Success, and completely Tumblr adherent. Now the next way to go is really about another way of getting your raw footage if you're not going to use the interweb. So what I'm going to do is use an existing file we have. We have a AVI file here of escape attempt from the Lake County Jail. So, you know what, I'm going to bring it right into iMovie to begin with. So I'm going to new event, import where do I put it here? Ah, here we are. And again, so we have a long form piece. We have a lot of nothing here. This is inside the Lake County, Illinois jail. See, we have an inmate who's managed to escape a courtroom and is seeking freedom. And this is about where his quest for freedom ends as he hits the glass. I think the part I want is right where he decides he wants to break out of the second floor jail by attempting to burst through the window unsuccessfully. And then surrenders. Okay. We're going to do project here to get a clean slate. You can take a themeless one. Okay. So now we're about here. Let's see how far we want to go. Let's start right here. We can bring that in a little shorter. That's a pretty good duration right there. Back to the project here. Oh, something mean to. Fat fingers. Okay. And that is the best part. So let's take that, make that a project. It's 4 seconds. It's going to be problematic to deal with, but we'll see what we can do, because this is clearly the sweet spot of this video. Okay, so we've cropped out a smaller piece from an overall larger clip. Now we're going to share, export using QuickTime. Then what we're going to do is QuickTime Movie. We'll also do this to the desktop. We'll call this Escape. Now this is a 4-second file. This is going to be problematic. But we'll see what we have to do to the lossy and dither and other settings to try to make this work for us. So again, go into Photoshop. Oh, still have this up here. Or do we? No, we do. Now you can always save these as a, close this out right quick here. Save these as a Photoshop file. Works very well. And you could re-export them as movies later. So here's our escape movie from beginning to end. There we go. Now, right away, so you know, dead frames, but 122. That is an awfully lot. See how it looks here. The hit and the surrender. So much we can crop it for width. We have a lot of wall here, which looks to be superfluous. So first thing I'll do to save space is really try to bring this in. You shouldn't have any loss of content. And there's our surrender. Okay, that's how tough this is going to be to get down. Calculate what we need. You see it's actually still too wide already. It's 672. Think for a little bit here. Again, we're definitely approaching at a 4-second clip the upper end of any file that you would want to create an animated GIF out of. Simply too big for most uses. .2, and our settings are already pretty low. Okay, well, we know we've got to be at about 500, so that will certainly help us. For something this long, if we end up at 2 for a non-Tumblr use, I might be okay with that. And you see, we could bring the dither way down if we wanted to, but we'll see how bad the image quality gets with a palette of only 200 and for very little space. With a palette of only 256 colors to begin with, you're really not getting that many choices. So we'll try to use a little image quality here. Get us at least under 2. .205. Maybe 400's as wide as this thing can be. Again, sacrificing dimensions for durations. And here we are, Tumblr-friendly image. Let's save this. Let's see what we have here. Again, always preview with the browser. If that isn't internet gold, I'm really not sure what is. So today I've showed you 2 ways to get raw footage to create an animated GIF out of. A third way would be to use a screen capture program like Snapz Pro X, which I'm currently using right now to capture this whole tutorial, or I would show you how to do it. But it allows you to essentially define a region on your screen and just to capture it that way in case you are using from a source other than YouTube or don't have a copy of a QuickTime file. The takeaways with using CS5 or 6 for this is it's a little slower, gives you a lot more control. And then, as always, remember file size is king. Tumblr's max file sizes are 1.5 meg at 500p by 600p, and that's always the target you're hitting for. Animated GIFs are tremendously successful because they're so mobile friendly, light downloads. If you create a 10 meg animated GIF, you're kind of defeating the purpose to begin with. So, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.